10 miles into a trip I'd planned for months, the donkey died. The part that failed cost 15 quid. The fix that would have saved my weekend cost nothing. And I'd forgotten that I even knew it. I'll show you exactly what I forgot. But you need to see how the morning fell apart first, because it should never have happened. This was a weekend I'd built the whole summer around. Months in the diary, route planned, camping sorted, the bike packed the night before. The donkey was going under her own steam. No trailer, ride in, ride out. That was the point of it. At 7:15 I rolled out. 10 miles in, I stopped for fuel. Routine. Fill up, helmet back on, ready for the long run north. And then a click. One click from the relay and nothing. No crank, no cough, nothing. I tried again. Same click. I knew that sound. The bike wasn't going to start. 10 miles from home and the festival was already over. I just didn't want to admit it yet. I waited over an hour on the forecourt for the AA. A push start to get her running. And then the ride I really didn't want to make. 10 miles back the way I'd come, watching the weekend disappear in the mirrors. A bump start gets you moving once. It doesn't get you through a festival. Every fuel stop, every campsite morning, you'd be praying for a hill. That's not a trip. So I made the call. The ABR was off. Back home, I went looking for the fault properly. The clue was in the sound. I'd heard the solenoid click, but the starter never turned. So I started at the battery. I pressed the starter and the voltage barely moved. Almost no current. That's not a flat battery, that's an open circuit. So I fed the starter motor directly. It spun over strongly. The battery was fine. The starter motor was fine. The main earth path appeared sound. Then I bridged the solenoid. The bike fired up. There it was. Not the starter motor, not some £100 replacement part, a £15 starter solenoid. Now here's the first half of why I ride an old bike. I found that fault largely by ear. The bike gave me enough information to reason my way through it with a multimeter, a spanner and a screwdriver. It wasn't magic. It was simply a visible, understandable electrical path from battery to solenoid to starter motor. And that kind of transparency is a real advantage. But knowing what had broken did not save the trip. And here's the bit that stings. Once I was safely away from that petrol station forecourt, I could have bypassed the solenoid by bridging the two main terminals. That feeds battery power directly to the starter motor. Neutral selected, ignition on, keep clear of the chain and the rear wheel, expect a spark and absolutely do not do it near fuel vapour. But done safely, it would have started the bike. No AA, no bump start, no turning around. I could have ridden to the festival with a failed solenoid still on the bike. Have you ever forgotten a fix that you used to know? I'll show you why it happens. Stick with me. I have known that trick for 40 years. I learned it on old cars and bikes that occasionally demanded that kind of thinking. And in that moment when I needed it, it simply did not come to me. The skill had not vanished, it had gone quiet from never being used. And it was all there to relearn. The F650 forums are full of this exact fault and full of people fixing it with a spanner. That knowledge is out there, it just doesn't live in your head unless you use it. That's the real lesson here. An old bike does not guarantee that you can fix every fault at the roadside, but it often gives you a simpler fault path. Fewer layers between cause and effect. A better chance of seeing what's gone wrong and finding a way to fix it. On a modern bike, a failed solenoid may still be simple, but add immobilizers, electronic interlocks, network systems and proprietary diagnostics, and a small fault can become something that's difficult or even impossible to bypass at the roadside. The old bike gives you a chance to rescue yourself, but that chance is only useful if you've kept the knowledge alive. The real autonomy of an old bike is not the toolkit, it's not the spares in your pannier, it's the live knowledge in your head, the bit you cannot buy and cannot pack. Old bikes are worth riding partly because they keep that knowledge sharp. They demand that you think. They demand that you remember. And they keep you honest. Comfort is what lets that knowledge rot. So what am I doing now? A spare solenoid is going in the spares pack. 15 quid. Cheap insurance. But the bigger lesson is not the spare part. It's to stop letting useful skills fade. Use them, practice them, keep them alive before you need them. And let an old bike keep you honest. What roadside trick did you once know but maybe haven't used in years? Put it in the comments. And if you ride old bikes and want to keep that knowledge alive, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.